But I had to remember that like I want a different trajectory than everyone else. So in order to aspire to that ambition, I have to be different. I have to do different things, and ultimately, I will have different things. October 7th, 2018, and 5:42 p.m. and I am in a new setting, as you can see. Currently in Montreal, so I'm recording this at a friend's house. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different and probably the exact same at the same time. So we'll see how this goes. It's so weird seeing people walk by as I'm recording this. Very interesting. See how the focus maintains. I'm also recording into this mic right here on my phone, so we'll see how it all comes out. I'm very fascinated to see what this actually sounds like. So I might end up just doing this a lot, and that's why, because it's the mic. I posted a micro content or a piece of micro content on my social media this week, which was a video of me talking about, if I recall correctly, it was something to do with average. No, it wasn't. It was the relationship with yourself and how that projects outwardly. The inner dictates the external. So that was cool. It felt weird, super weird, to start posting videos again of my, like, I talk about this kind of shit in my long form videos, but on my social, I don't think I've done a good enough job of sharing my thoughts and my lessons and stuff like that. So it was cool to get back in the habit of creating some micro content. And I've talked about in recent weeks how resistant I am to doing it, and because I don't want to be a talking head, I don't want to feel like I'm a guru. I just kind of want to share what I'm learning and just keep it real with where I'm at in my mindset, where I'm at in my life. So it was uncomfortable, but it felt really right. It felt really good, and I have more coming with that, so I'm excited. And I created 3 of those this week, and then aired one, and they're just it is strange, but it does feel right. So I'm going to continue doing it until it doesn't feel right, and of course, just always switching it up and going on gut feel as we go. Loved sketching infinity UIs, and not even just infinity, just UIs in general. As I talked about in recent episodes, UI equals user interface equals what you interact with when you're on a screen, for example, or an app or a website or whatever. This is the type of thing you're looking at and using and stuff like that. So, but with building UIs, where was I going with this? Yeah, so sketching. I loved sketching potential UI. So I was building infinity stuff, which is stuff related to NIMSAM. It's complicated, so I'm not going to get into it right now, but stuff with that, stuff with a website called A Gift in Print that I'm working on for my nana as contract work. And yeah, just loved sketching UIs. Did this really cool thing with an input where I like this idea of having the text as like the placeholder text for an input box, an input field. And so you see, like, for example, first name, and usually we would see a box or whatever, but instead it's just a line. And when you click into that text, then the placeholder, it's not actually a placeholder, it's just a simulated placeholder, but it goes above. And I created this animation where you would have the input box behind it, so it ends up looking like the label or the placeholder simulation goes above the text box, so you can still type in the text box, but you're seeing the label up top, so it looks fucking delicious. You'll know what I'm talking about if I choose to use this on Infinity, and I plan to, so you'll likely see it there, so you have a better idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I love doing my ab workout. Usually I do my second ab workout on my Saturday, but because base shift was yesterday, aka Saturday, I didn't want to make things even more complicated with yesterday because we were traveling as well from fucking Kitchener. So I decided to do my ab workout on Thursday, so Tuesday and Thursday, and it just reminded me how helpful and easy it is, or not easy, how important it is though to do the work, do as much work as you can up front to make your future easier. When I'm doing the Thursday abs, I mean, I didn't really want to. I wanted to just, I like having like chill Thursdays for some reason, but I chose to just make it harder on myself in that moment to make it easier for myself on the Saturday. And it's so simple, but I mean, it's applicable to anything. Kind of related to what I was talking about before with sketching. I was working on business cards, designing some business cards for a gift and print, and it was cool. I've never actually I've halved before, like way back when, for a venture of mine that failed. But I haven't designed business cards in like 5 years or whatever. It's been a while, so it was cool to learn, or not even learn, but yes, learn, but just like get in the game with some designing some business cards and like seeing how that is, and looking at examples of the best designs that I like and stealing inspiration from it all and creating lots of potentials, and ultimately will create some sort of likely good business card design. We'll see. It's tough, but it looks so much easier than it actually is to create those things. As with any design and as with any type of work. Holy fuck. Base ship was crazy. It was absolutely bananas. For being one day, it was just insane how good it was. My favorite were definitely Wooly and Tizoki. They absolutely slaughtered, and those were the main two I was going for. Of course, Excision, but I liked Excision's Ever After set a lot better. I was a little let down. It was still good. Not gonna try to sit here and be like, yo, Excision's show was bad, but he was so much better at Ever After 2018. It wasn't even like close in my opinion. Who else was awesome? Fucking Mastodon. His 9th ever performance and his first ever in North America. And I got to witness that, and it was absolute filth. Like, it was so fucking heavy. It was crazy. Yeah, all of it was just a lot of fun. Great people to hang out with, and just a lot of good smiles, laughs, bass faces, awesome music, all of it. It was just so much fun. Listening to Your Wish is Your Command, I talked about this last week in Better. It's always cool when I talk about something in Better and then follow through on it in the week later and like watch the projected result actually show up. It's cool. And with Your Wish is Your Command, I listened to half of it, and it was really enjoyable. One sec. Alright, I'm back. I'm in a new location now, and let's continue reflection, shall we? So I was talking about listening to Your Wish is Your Command, right? And I listened to half of it, and it was just such a good reminder of all of these concepts, especially Teachability Index. I have found that I've let my ego get too big in certain departments, and I haven't been very teachable. And it's something I think I had to work on again. I was once fucking amazing at Teachability Index, and now I still think I have good in many areas, but I have so much more to go still in terms of getting that index to a 10. And that, by the way, is just like how teachable and how coachable are you. It's simple. Willingness to learn, willingness to accept change. Less phone, of course, as always, but it's definitely decreasing. Every week, the numbers are going down, which is great to see. Looking at my dream board more. This is why I built lists, honestly, because I want to start using my dream board in a more active manner. And I don't like the way dream boards are set up, so that's why, probably the biggest reason why I decided to build lists. And that's close, so I would like to get that shit up and running so I can start using dream boards. Kind of related to the dream boards thing, working on lists more. I just want to get this fucking thing for an MVP and just get it rolling, because it's just, I don't think I worked on a single thing for lists this week. I just worked on different projects that were not that. And yeah, I want to just get it done so I can start fucking using it. Just overall taking more action and working from a place of love rather than the idea of working hard. I hate the idea of working hard, because like, I mean, hard work can be fun, but it's, man, something about hard work just feels off in terms of, there's just something there that just doesn't feel right about hard work per se. I mean, it is right on some levels, but the people that are winning at the highest levels, it's not a like hard work thing. Like you can't sit there. Like I've talked to this in another video, but you cannot sit there and work 18, 16 hours a day, whatever the hell the case may be, and hate what you're doing and feel like incredibly hard work. Yes, it might be hard at times, but like the love of what you're doing will push you through. And coming from more of that love place and just letting myself flow rather than mind fucking myself and being like, yo, I shouldn't work X amount of hours or whatever, or I should be tired because I am working X amount of hours or some shit like that. It's just stupid. I'm loving so much the interruptions right now. It's so exciting. I'm actually genuinely irritated right now, so let's continue. Okay. Do not bother trying to journal without earphones in when other people are around. Yeah, I try to do this in the car and just like I sit there and just journal, but like people just want to talk. So when you don't have earphones on or headphones or whatever, people just for some reason have this like desire to want to interrupt whatever you're doing. So just put the earphones on and then you can focus and get shit done. I fucking love working on UI and it's just been so enjoyable right now, and I'm really realizing like how much fun it is and how much pleasure I derive from working on it. Yeah. So it's in a lesson sense, it's just like realizing more about myself and how much I enjoy it out of all the aspects of code. It's definitely my favorite part because it incorporates like the logic side of things plus the design part of things, so it ends up just creating this beautiful mix of like the best parts of code for me. Here's a nice ego lesson. So I have my workout set up in A B type of, it's an A-B split. So I've got chest on, so in this specific sense, chest is included in A, but I was on a B workout for this Friday, but I wanted to pump up my chest for base ship. So what I decided to do was at the end of my B workout, I decided to include like 3 sets on incline bench, and it actually worked. And especially what I liked about it is because it was on the Friday specifically, that meant there was going to be, and especially because I knew I would be working on Tuesday and not Monday, that meant I had a 4 fucking day gap. So there was a proper, I don't really know what is it regeneration, restoration, healing, regrowth, whatever the fuck the period is where you rest a muscle. So that, and having that big gap was just important to me. So that was cool, and having the pump there actually worked. Loved it. So I'm gonna do that in the future again if the timelines are proper, because that's the point. I don't want to be too close to the other muscle group. I want that proper period of healing, if you will. Oh, so fucking crucial to understand what the client wants. So I've been working on with my Nana a project called A Gift and Print, and it's going to be a website. Okay, it's pretty simple, but when she first explained it to me, my brain immediately went to Shopify, because I was like, okay, products online selling, this must be best for Shopify. And I did not take a good enough time to understand. I didn't take enough time to understand what exactly the way she wanted it to be set up, the way she wanted to work this business, the way she wanted her concerns, her challenges, what her core values were around the topic. And because of this, I chose the wrong fucking medium. It's not Shopify that she should have. It's a simple fucking website that she should have that has nothing to do with actually selling, because she wants to do a lot of it in a traditional sense and less of the online. This is not how I would do it, but it is her journey to figure that out, and we'll see who is quote-unquote right in the grand scheme of things, but it's just different, and I wouldn't set it up that way just because Shopify is so much easier, but she wants to do it in a different way, so that's fine. It's up to her. That being said, though, I didn't do a good enough job of like drilling her with questions and fully understanding her more than she understood herself. And that is the best way to do it. You have to understand a client's brain so fucking well on the topic you're building it for them, or that the whatever work you're doing around, whatever the case may be. You have to understand exactly what the client's mindset is around it, because then you can build the proper thing. If you don't know and you start assuming, you're going to build the wrong thing, generally speaking. So, drill, ask better questions, do not assume, over communicate a shit ton, and continuously just question assumptions, and you'll get there. It's super weird for me sometimes when I'm doing my power list in places that are like this, because it's like, it feels so weird doing such out of ordinary things. Like, I don't know of people who work in the morning of like weekend raves, for example. Usually they just take the day off and they're like, fuck it, like I'm done. For me, I love the morning grind. It's my way of feeling, my way of like charging up. It's my way of feeling like I move forward every day. It's my way of feeling like I'm maximizing my purpose on a day-by-day basis. I'm moving the needle forward in important and key directions. All that good stuff. And it's sometimes weird because I know people are like, it feels, for example, sitting, I was out there for a bit in the main area, if you will, and I had to come over here and just like start doing reflections, my weekly reflection in Google Docs, and I was like, fuck, this feels weird, because like there's part of me that wants to be out there, but at the same time I can't sit there and just talk in the morning. Like the mornings are just such a crucial time for me. It's such a crucial period of energy, and your brain is moving so much faster, generally speaking, for me, and a bunch of other good shit. The mornings are just where it's at, and just sit there and just like talk. As much as I do enjoy talking, it's, for me, it would be more of a late night thing, if anything, but I gotta get fucking shit done. And it's, for me, I can feel sometimes like I'm judging myself, or I can almost feel the disapproval, and it kind of fucks with me sometimes. But I have to remember that like I want a different trajectory than everyone else. So in order to aspire to that ambition, I have to be different. I have to do different things, and ultimately I will have different things. It's going to be a way different trajectory because of the choices I make on a day-to-day basis. And though it might seem weird to most, the right people, for one, will support it and understand it. And if you don't, I mean, that's your fucking loss. And I hope I just inspire people to do that in some aspect, whatever their weird thing is, but they know they should be doing. Yeah. Wooly and his new EP. He just released an EP called Mammoth, and Wooly is one of these up-and-coming dubstep fucking gems. Love him so much. He just creates such beautiful music. He actually is super underrated in future bass as well, like feelsy, vibey songs. But he creates some filthy fucking dubstep, and I love it so much. And I got to see him at Bassship, and it was phenomenal. I loved it so much. I was probably like, I would say top 2, him and Tezoki for sure. And yeah, it was just so much fun. I loved Wooly, and have for quite some time, but like that new EP, especially Throw It Up, it is disgusting. I cannot stop listening to it. It was beautiful. Also on music, Oliver's new EP. It is glorious. It is dubstep-ish, but it's like the vibiest dubstep of all time. It's so fucking nice. I feel so much when I'm listening to it. Yeah, I've listened to the EP quite a few times already, just because it's like, and each song is so good. Fuck. I love it so much. UIs and designing. I am having a fucking blast with this shit right now. Especially like I just for some reason I just get such a high off of sketching, and then so taking an idea in my brain, putting it on paper, then taking that paper and either putting it in like Photoshop or in code or whatever, and then watching it generate this new like creation from all that shit. It's phenomenal. I love it so much. Alright, that was such a fucking quick episode of Reflections, but I have to go. I am running so low on time today because I woke up so damn late and I have more shit to do. Alright, thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Josh Moxey, and I will catch you next week for Reflections 014. If you found this interesting at all, please do me a favor, share with a friend. I apologize, I'm in a fucking weird mood right now, but be back to a normal mood hopefully on Reflections 14. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.